Hey everybody! Sorry that I am a little bit late by like 3 or 4 minutes. Looks like a lot of people are not on anyway, so it's all good. Okay, there's a lot of things happening here. Sorry, I'm using my old phone to film this, or to go live so that I can have my current phone have access to everything on my current phone. So basically, this live, as stated in the thumbnail and the title, is healthy eating. I'm about to start embarking on a whole new eating system, lifestyle, diet, cuisine, whatever. Yeah, apparently we're gonna have technical difficulties. Sorry! I will jump on anytime the technical difficulties show up, so sorry about that. Yeah. So this is about healthy eating. This is about my doing the 30-day fruitarian feast or challenge or whatever you want to call it. I'm going to turn this fan on low because I know it's right there in the microphone. Anyway, I am embarking on a plant-based lifestyle. There are a couple of things in the van that I need to eat up. Like the other day I had tuna yesterday and I felt horrible after eating it. But hello everybody that's just jumping on. I definitely have been wanting to go back to eating mostly fruits and vegetables, or all fruits and vegetables if possible. So I'm going back to plant-based. I will be eating outside of that because I will be Baja Queen, I don't know what your question is. The PayPal is down below. I will go on here and put it in there for you. Give me a second. It's not letting me sign into my own live. That's funny. Well, that's interesting. Hold on, let me try and get into my own live here so that I can... Why is it not letting me do it? I don't know. That's weird. Okay. It's not letting me jump on my own live. There we go. Now I found it. Alright, let's turn the volume down. So here's my PayPal. So I have disabled Super Chat. You won't see that Super Chat symbol there anymore for those that are curious as to where it went. So there's the PayPal link. I do not do Cash App because Cash App gets hacked on the regular basis, so I don't do Cash App. PayPal is the only way you can donate that way. So anyway, if you want to get info on the Fruit Feast Challenge, I'm going to look it up right now so that you can find it. Share. Nope, I want to share the link. Copy the link. Alright, I'm going to share the link to the Fruit Feast Challenge. It started already. It started on July 1st, but you can do it any 30 days you want. There it is, it just popped up. It is only on Facebook. If you don't do Facebook, then I really can't help you as far as what you can and can't eat. It's all listed there. I would say just do a fake Facebook account and go for it. So he has everything listed there. The gentleman is Orville Douglas. In my opinion, he's a rude man. And I told him so in a private message when I asked him a question. He answered me very rudely. What he's doing is good. He's just very rude and very quick with his answer and kind of snide in his replies. So I don't know if it's because he's been doing this for years and he gets asked the same questions so many times. I don't know. But anyway, it is what it is. Take it with a grain of salt and just glean the information that you can glean and do the challenge. I won't be starting mine until July 15th through August 15th, and the reason being is I have the African Americans that RV and camp event coming up July 11th or 12th to the 14th or something like that. So I didn't want to do my fruit feast challenge while I was in the middle of, while I was doing that. So I'm going to start mine after that. However, I am starting a plant-based diet already. I'm trying to get the last of this tuna eaten, and I don't think I'm going to eat the sardines. I just can't do it. I don't have the stomach for it anymore. So I bought and it should have been delivered yesterday, I thought, but I guess it didn't come yesterday. Maybe it'll come tomorrow. But I bought a USB chargeable blender, like smoothie maker. Like it's like the size of it's almost like the size of this, but it's a USB blender. It's called a I don't know, Jet something. I don't know. Found it online. Supposed to be able to be able to crush ice, so I figured it would definitely be able to smooth up some raw fruits and vegetables if it can crush ice. So I'm going to be using it when it comes, and I'll be definitely showing that to you guys and sharing it with you, how well I like it. I did purchase it on my own. It's not something that the company reached out to me. I wish they had, but so it'll be a completely my complete honest review. Not that any of my reviews are dishonest. They are not. All of my reviews are honest. But anyway, so I'll let you know how that goes as far as the power, because it's hard to find something that you can use in a mobile kind of lifestyle situation on limited power reserve that's also going to do the job. Sometimes 12 volt and USB items aren't as strong, so I'm just interested to see, based on the commercial, based on the videos, based on the ad, it seems like it's going to be good. So we'll see. We shall see. Let me see. What else did I want to share? So if you're willing to do the challenge with a tiny bit of cheating, then you're not willing to do the challenge, basically. It's basically all or nothing. I would encourage you to watch the documentaries, What the Health, if you haven't already watched it. That'll definitely make you think about what you're putting in your body. Also, there's another one called, that we watched the other day. I think it's called Fat, Sick, and Dying. That was a big deal. So that gentleman, a friend of mine is texting me. That gentleman basically was on his way to a heart attack, and what he did was 60 days of nothing but 60 days of nothing but liquid diet. Oh, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Thank you for the correction. Yes. Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. I thought I had everything on silent. Ugh. There we go. Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. Thank you for the correction. Let me put that up there. Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. So I suggest you watch those two documentaries. They're really, really good documentaries. If they don't get you to thinking about what you're putting in your body, you should. One of them, and I believe it was the What the Health one, really stressed to me that if you look at some of the strongest animals in the animal kingdom, they do not eat meat. The gorilla, the silverback, is a very strong animal. The elephant is a very strong animal. A rhinoceros is a very strong animal. Like, all these animals do not really eat meat. They pretty much eat all leaves, green items, and maybe a few like insects. So our canines, which people are meat eaters, are the first to say, well, why do we have canine teeth if we weren't meant to tear animal flesh? Well, if you look at our canines and you look at a dog's canines, or a wild animal who is supposed to eat meat, like a lion's canines, our canines are the same length as our other teeth. Now, go out and find an animal, a deer, a squirrel, whatever, and see if your canines will rip into raw flesh off of a live animal. And if your canines can rip that raw flesh off, good luck, because that's what canine teeth are for. So we really are more herbivores than carnivores. So I'm just saying. You have to decide if you're willing to do what's right for your body. If you want to continue to be sick, if you want to continue to live in pain, if you want to continue to be overweight, if you want to continue to feel lethargic, if you want to continue to have skin conditions, and if you want to continue to have autoimmune conditions and live on pharmaceuticals and in and out of doctors with testing and allergy testing and diabetes and heart conditions and high blood pressure, if you want to continue that lifestyle, then by all means make no changes whatsoever. Don't make any changes, you're good. However, if you want to try and eliminate, even lower the medications you're on, or eliminate completely medications you're on for things that food is supposed to be fixing in your body, then I implore you to try even 2 weeks, just 2 weeks, and see what happens. That's just 2 weeks. It can't hurt you, that's for sure, right? Just try 2 weeks. So yeah, it won't hurt. You're right. Let's see. Let me read some of these comments. Finding Joy says, I love Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, but I sold my juicer because I knew I couldn't live in a van and have a juicer. Not sure what power would be needed for that. So I understand that you can't maybe have the power for a juicer, but that doesn't mean you can't eat plant-based. Everything that he juiced, you can eat raw. You can eat vegetables raw. You can eat fruit raw. You can look for a 12-volt blender and maybe do smoothies instead of a juicer. Yeah, juicers are great, but the really nice ones are, yeah, a little expensive. I get it. I get it. And they might require a lot more power, so I get it. What else? Yeah, that's a comment in, thank you, Kelly. A comment in one of the documentaries. Nothing tastes better than healthy feels. So, there you go. Harlem says, I had 2 heart attacks within a month and my doctor, 3 doctors, suggested a vegan diet. I'm not calling what I'm doing veganism. I'm calling it plant-based. Because I feel like the more research that I've been doing this past few days online, veganism is a big, I'm trying to think the definition I want to use here. So veganism is a whole lifestyle. Like, I wouldn't necessarily, not that I own anything leather, but I'm not necessarily an advocate for you not wearing leather or owning anything leather or stuff like that. That's not necessarily where my focus is on, and that tends to be associated with veganism. So I'm calling what I'm doing plant-based. So I'm going on a plant-based nutrition, basically. That's what I'm doing, plant-based nutrition. Now, I will take that 30 days to be completely fruitarian. This will be my 3rd year being a fruitarian for 30 days in the summer. So this is my 3rd summer doing it. And I'm going to tell you now, if you choose to do this 30-day fruitarian challenge, Please go online to the Facebook group, and I'm putting the link again. Please go online to get all the details there, because I'm going to get them wrong. This is not my lifestyle. This gentleman that runs this challenge every few months, this is his lifestyle. He's done it for years. He's a bodybuilder. He definitely has all the info. So go get the info from him. But I will tell you that if you go on, and even if you don't do the challenge, just join it and read some of the things that people are writing. There are diabetics who have been diabetic their entire life who no longer have diabetes, being a fruitarian. Do not let anyone tell you that fruit has too much sugar if you are diabetic. That's not necessarily true, depending on the type of diabetes you have. Because it's the good sugar, doesn't turn into the bad sugar in your body. And if you watched What the Health, one of the things the doctor who specializes in diabetes said is sugar does not cause diabetes, nor does it make diabetes worse. It is the carbohydrate, the complex sugars, those are the bad sugars. Those are the sugars you don't want. So there are different types, just like there are different types of fats, there are different types of sugars. So definitely don't do anything without your doctor's consent. Make sure you have a list. You can print out the rules, or take your cell phone into the doctor and say, hey, this is what I would like to do for 30 days. Do you think this is okay? So Mr. Douglas, who's running this Fruit Feast Challenge, recommends all high water content fruits. We're talking the melons and the berries and things like that have high water. And I will tell you for a fact, the 2 years that I did this, the 2 summers that I did this for 30 days, I never once drank a bunch of water, because the high water content fruits keep you hydrated. So I wasn't drinking a lot of water. Now, one of his rules on his in his thing is the type of water you can have. I don't necessarily follow that. I do drink the distilled water while I'm doing the 30-day challenge. So I do follow that. But you do have, he said you can have fresh coconut water, which is very difficult to find and very expensive. So I don't drink that. So I just stick to the distilled water while on it. So so as far as protein goes, think about the meat that you're eating, the beef, the chicken, the pork. They're having to be fed protein in order for the protein to come out in their meat that you're eating. So why just cut out the middleman, cut out the animal, and go straight to the source of protein? I'm just saying. If the cow has to eat the grass to get the protein, and then I'm eating the cow to get my protein, that doesn't make sense. Cut out the cow and go straight to the green stuff and get the protein. Just saying. Let's see. So again, the fruit challenge is just 30 days. So I will continue to take my supplements while on it, my B12s and stuff like that. So I'm not trying to be a fruitarian for my whole lifestyle, although people are. I'm telling you now, if you have Instagram, just type in the search thing fruitarian or fruitarian, maybe it's fruitarian, I don't know. And follow the hashtag fruitarian, and oh my gosh, there are athletes, Olympians, bodybuilders who eat nothing but fruit all of their adult life. Nothing but fruit. That's it, just raw fruit. And if these people aren't getting their protein, doing what they're doing, then clearly something's wrong. The meat industry and other industries have tricked you into believing you need things that you don't necessarily need. So I'm just telling you now, you don't need an overabundance of the things they're telling you that you need. You don't. You really don't. Watch those documentaries, go on Facebook and read up on the fruitarian lifestyle and make your own decision for yourself. I'm just sharing what I'm doing. I'm just letting you know that this is what's happening in my life. This is part of my journey, and that's what this channel is. It's welcome to the journey. So that's one of my main things I've always said is, you know, thanks for joining the journey. This is part of my journey, okay? So I'm just letting you know that anything, any kind of cooking videos, any kind of food things that I share with you, I'm going to be letting you know how I'm feeling. I know my body's going to have to do a detox. My detox should be much easier this time than last year, because last year I was still, at this time of year, I was still eating a lot of poultry. I haven't had any poultry for a few months now, probably 2 months. So, like I said, I did have some tuna yesterday, trying to eat what I had already stored, and I felt gross after eating it. So I have 2 packs of tuna left and about 6 cans of sardines left that I don't even think I'm going to touch. I'm just going to let them go because I felt so bad yesterday, most of the day after eating that tuna. So I'm just like, ugh. However, when I go to Maine in September, I will be eating a lobster. I know I won't feel great after, but I'm going to eat my lobster. So I will be eating my lobster in Maine in September, and I will suffer the consequences at that time. But let me know what you guys think. Let me know, those of you that are on a plant-based diet, share some information with us now in the comments, because that's pretty much all I have to say on what's going on for me, because until I start it completely and start sharing with you guys, there's not much for me to say right now. I'm not really in it. Harlem is saying vegan diet is great, plus the food prep is easy. Excuse me. Whew. Also says, my wife and children are happy. I'm glad that you definitely got on a better diet, Harlem. Having heart attacks is no fun. So I'm also going to be incorporating some exercise into this, because my big thing is, you guys know I have this joint condition. You know it's only going to get worse as I get older, so I'm trying to combat that. I am not on any prescription medicines of any kind right now. Not any kind of pain medicines, not any kind of bipolar medicines, and I don't plan on getting on anything if I can avoid it. So it's another reason for me to pursue this, is to help my joints feel better, and I'm going to be incorporating some light working out, and I need to get some, what do you call it, hand weights and ankle weights. There's some in the wish list if somebody wants to gift them to me. Shameless plug. But yes, I found some red ones in the wish list, and they're there. Yes, I'm going to plug that. But yeah, so I just want to get healthier. I don't want to wake up with achy, sore joints anymore. And I even though I use my CBD creams and my THC creams and oils and stuff, they help. But I want to definitely get healthy from the inside out. It starts on the inside. And if you think about it, indigenous people to this land, people from Africa when it was very tribal, Aboriginal people in Australia, and so many people way back to the dawn of time, food was medicine. They knew what plants, what herbs to put on wounds. When you had a stomach ache or a pain somewhere, they knew what herbs and plants to give you to eat. Food has not stopped being a medicine. It's just we have forgotten that food is medicine. And we have decided to make food something we do when we're bored or when we're gathered around to show that we love each other. There are other ways to show you love each other. You don't have to cook fatty foods for each other to show love. Let's show our love a different way. Let's show love by eating big salads or fruit salads and making each other healthy. Let's do that. Let's change our narrative on this. So I just hope that you join me. Even if you just start with as simple as one complete vegetarian or plant-based meal a week, and then up it up to 2, and then so on and so forth. Okay? Just If you got to take baby steps, you're not like me, you can't go all in. I get it. It's hard to break habits, bad habits especially. Just like someone who smokes, someone who drinks, it takes a while sometimes a couple of trial and errors. But guess what? Every day you wake up is a new day to start. But if you're like me and you just want to get rid of all the junk out of your life in one fell swoop, do it. I'm usually all in or nothing. I usually don't, for lack of a better term, I don't usually half-ass stuff. So, yeah. Alright, I'm going to read a couple more comments. You're going to have to phonetically spell your name because I'm about to butcher it. So, forgive me now. Hi, Crystal. It's me, Taquia. You're not late. You're good. Thanks for joining us. Somebody said Goodwill might have some weights. Goodwill might have some weights, and you're probably right. I should probably go buy used weights. However, I want red weights. And if no one gets them for me, I'll be getting them for myself next month. I want my weights to match my house. Yes, I know. Sometimes I just want what I want. Yeah, my thing is, what someone is saying here, even if you eat meat, eat lots of veggies and berries. So this is my thing is, can you rearrange your portions on your plate if you're not willing to give up your meat? Your vegetable, the food pyramid is supposed to be, the biggest section is supposed to be your vegetables. Then your fruits. Then I think it's your nuts and grains and stuff. Then it's your meats. Then it's like the little fats and oils are the top of the pyramid. So flip your pyramid around where you've got the meat as the biggest portion. No. Rethink your pyramid. Matter of fact, I have a picture. I think I have a picture. Hold on, let me find it. It's gonna take me a minute. Give me a second here. Here we go. Here's the picture. Let me turn it around. So this is the picture from the website that is in the, oh shoot, no, that's not what I want, go back. This is from the documentary, Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead. So this is what it's supposed to look like. Your vegetables are the biggest. Then it's your fruits/beans. I don't know if you can see that. It's not going to really focus, I don't think. Then it's your whole grains, raw nuts, and seeds. Then it's your fish and fat-free dairy. Then after that, it's your poultry, eggs, and oils. And then after that, it's your, what does it say? Beef, sweets, cheese, milk, processed foods, hydrogenated oils. And that says rarely. So your fruits are supposed to be unlimited. Your vegetables are supposed to be unlimited. Your fruits and beans are unlimited. Your whole grains and raw nuts are limited daily. Your fish, fat-free dairy is twice a week or less. Your poultry, eggs, and oils are once a week or less. And your beef, sweets, cheese, milk, processed foods, hydrogenated oils are rarely. So those are the rarely on this food pyramid. So there you go. I don't know enough about the keto or keto diet or whatever that diet is. I have a friend who's having great results on it, but that's not what I'm following. I'm just going straight plant-based. So definitely do your research to see which one's going to work for you. And if one isn't working after 30 days or so, do something else. Try plant-based for 30 days. If you don't see absolutely any improvements, it's going to take, depending on how much meat you eat, it could take anywhere from 2 weeks to 30 days to even detox. So you might need to go longer than 30 days if you have a lot of meat in your system. It takes, so I'm going to explain it to you this way. I haven't had red meat or pork in almost 25 years. My son is almost 25. He's 24 and a half. I stopped eating it when he was 3 months old. He's never had it. He chooses as an adult to not eat red meat or pork. So that was his choice to continue that. So But I remember, or even now, if I eat poultry, any kind of meat, you know that word, the itis? You get the itis, you get tired, you get sleepy after you eat. That happens because your body now has to start shutting things down in order to break down that food. So you get tired after eating meat or hard to digest things that are taxing on your body because your body needs to shut certain systems down to focus on digesting. That's why you get the itis. It's not a good thing. Your body's working hard. I don't get that when I eat fresh, raw fruits and vegetables. I get energized because all of those nutrients are going to the proper places and there's very little to digest because all the nutrients are going where they need to go. They're going to the muscles, they're going to my brain, they're going to the blood, they're going to the liver, they're going to the kidney. All the nutrients are going where they need to go and your body doesn't have to work hard to digest because there's really nothing to digest. The actual things are going to where they're supposed to go to energize and heal and detox those, organs. So, I hope that made sense. I think. Let me know if it did. I don't know. So, find what's right for you. Do a little research. Google is your friend. The internet is your friend. I know you can't believe everything on the internet, but do a little research. Just do a little digging. There's so many bloggers. There's so many resources. Watch those documentaries for sure to understand what's going on. Go to the Facebook page for the Fruit Feast Challenge and do your 30 days whenever you want. If you can't do them right now, do them later. If you want to do it in the late summer or the early fall, that's fine. Do it then. But I implore you to do the Fruit Feast Challenge for 30 days. It's a great detox. If all you want to do is that and detox and then start with a better way of eating, do that. That 30 days of eating nothing but fruit is amazing. The first year I tried it because a friend introduced it to me. That was 3 years ago, I think. And I was like, that's crazy. I cannot eat only fruit. That's nuts. How am I going to just eat only fruit? Only fruit? And you can eat as much fruit as you want from the approved fruits. And I found that I was satisfied and energized. I think it took me 4 days to detox. 4 to 5 days I felt run down and a little bit tired because my body was like, what are you doing? What are you doing? We need chicken. So after that 5th day though, it was like, wow, I felt great. Skin cleared up, joints didn't hurt, nothing. And we were actually out camping when I started that. We were out camping. That was my first trip going to Maine, I believe, when I decided to do that. So yeah, that was my first Maine trip. If you go, there's a playlist called the Melanin Express 2016, I think it was. And so I did it then. I started it then, my 30-day challenge. But yeah, it was great. And I was just eating big, huge fruit salads. I was just cutting up cantaloupes, honeydews, watermelons, red grapes, green grapes. That's pretty much those were my staples. Some strawberries, some blueberries, some raspberries. And I would just make these huge bowls of fruit salad and just eat 2 of those a day, and then I would nibble on other, like a handful of grapes here and there, or some strawberries here and there. But I would eat 2 big bowls of a multi-fruit salad every day. I didn't eat first thing in the morning because I normally don't. I normally don't have my first meal until somewhere between 11 and 1-ish, which is actually good for you. Don't eat until you're hungry. There's nothing written that says we have to eat breakfast when we first get up. If you're not hungry when you first get up, don't eat. Just drink lots of water. So I would eat somewhere between 11 and 1 would be my first meal. Big bowl of fruit, and then I would just nibble on different fruits throughout the day. Not too much bananas because they're not a high water content fruit while you're doing the detox. So I didn't have a lot of bananas. I think you're allowed like 1 or 2 bananas a day. So I didn't really have a lot of bananas. But I love eating fruit anyway, so it was like a challenge to me to see how much fruit I could eat. And when you're full, you stop eating. You eat when you're hungry, you stop when you're full, basically. Don't overindulge. Never overindulge. All right. Any other comments before we get off? Somebody says I want watermelon now, but I'm going to make a bowl of blueberries and strawberries as I have that. That sounds great. Um, I mean, you know your body. If you feel like something's gonna go wrong if you don't have meat, then whatever. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. I personally don't think that's possible. But, you know, hey, that's good. Do you. Do you. You know your body. Yeah, I've heard a lot about and I know I'm pronouncing it wrong, moringa leaf powder. I've heard a lot of good things about that, so I want to incorporate that as well if I can. Sister says, I will join you after July 10th. I've gone fruitarian twice in my lifetime, both times for a weight loss challenge. I lost about 40 pounds both times, won both times, but now 7 years later, I desire to begin again. Well, maybe you should think of it as a lifestyle choice instead of a challenge just to lose weight. Maybe you need to make a lifestyle change and incorporate it for I'm not saying you got to be fruitarian the whole time, but maybe you need to just be plant-based or as close to plant-based as you can be, and maybe make that lifestyle change. Start with the challenge if that's what you're willing to do, and then instead of going right back into meat or eating the way you used to before the challenge, think differently about your food afterwards. You know, you lost the 40 pounds, you felt great. I'm assuming you want to continue that, so go further. How much are the weights, Crystal? Oh, I don't know. They're in the wish list. I don't know. Let me go see, because I should answer your question, but I think they're like, I don't know, 10 or so bucks each. I don't know. Let me double check before I say that. Let me see. List. So the ankle weights in the wish list are $18.99. Those are 10-pound ankle weights, well, 5 each. And the hand weights are $16.99. So they are in the wish list. I have some resistance bands in the wish list as well. And I have a stack of 52 cards that show you exercises to use with the resistance bands, because I have to do no impact type exercises, so that's why I'm incorporating those things. So yeah. So all my California peeps, I know you guys had an earthquake. I didn't know where it was, but I hope you guys are okay. I assume if you're on here, Judy, who's in California, that you're fine, or else you wouldn't be on right now. Hey, Pammy. Pammy's here too. She's fine, and I think Jen checked in with me while I was on here, letting me know that she was okay. Okay, good. So everybody who's in Cali looks like they're good. So that's a good thing. Good. All my Cali folks are still good. If I missed anyone who's from California, so just want to let you know I'm thinking of you guys out there. Oh, that's very sweet of you. My PayPal is down below. It's also, I'll stick it up here again. Oh, I can't cut my finger today, y'all. I got my finger. So I'm going to show you what's going on in the front. You're going to see the video soon, but I'm going to show you what's going on in the front. This is what I started today that I couldn't finish it because it's not what I thought it was. Let me show you the disaster I have going on, and I'm just so frustrated I decided to just leave it as is and I'll fix it tomorrow. Okay, I'm going to turn you around. See that? Do you see that? See the dash? Yeah. Yep. So I was trying to fix something, and what had happened was, so I did actually fix it. I actually replaced what I needed to replace. The problem is, that wasn't the problem. It's something else. Something that's going to cost me probably quite a bit of money to fix. So I'm trying to woo-saw that away. Yes, Aldi's produce is a good source of affordable produce. So yes, Aldi has good produce. Aldi also has quite a bit of organic things. They're trying to move. They're probably 75 to 80% organic. So they're trying to move over to completely organic. I know some Aldis are completely organic, so, and way more affordable. So definitely check out Aldi if you have Aldis near you. Definitely check them out. Even if you can't buy everything in organic, here is a rule of thumb that I try and use when buying organic, or trying to decide if I should buy something organic or just buy regular. I usually tend to buy, if I can, money wise, I usually try and buy the things organic, especially fruit, if I'm going to eat the skin. Like grapes, you eat the skin. Berries, you eat the skin. I try and buy those organic if I can. Something that has a skin you don't eat, like the melons, watermelon, honeydew, cantaloupe, I don't necessarily buy organic because I'm like, okay, I can forego it. If I need to save money somewhere, I will forego it on the ones I don't eat the skin. The things I eat the skin on, I try and get organic if I can. That's just my personal thing that I do, because I don't have a ton of money to buy every single fruit and vegetable organic, so I have to decide what I can and what I can't do organic, and that's kind of how I do it. Do what's good for you, just letting you know what I do. Okay. Trying to go back into some of these comments and see if there were any questions. I think we touched on all of the main things. If you have a question that I did not answer, go ahead and ask it again. Remember, question in all cap with the emoji. All right. Yeah, and then shop your grocery stores according to what's on sale too. When you walk in, they usually have the sale paper at the front of the grocery store. So just go to the produce section and see what organic items are on sale. So just buy those items at that store, and maybe go down the road to a Safeway or a Giant or an Aldi. Sometimes you have to go to 2 or 3 different stores. Maybe you might on occasion have to do that. You might not be able to buy everything in one spot. You know, maybe you have to go to Aldi because they're having a sale on certain fruits and vegetables and organic there. And then maybe you've got to go to Walmart because they're having a sale on some organic berries or whatever there. And then maybe you got to go to Food Lion or Shoppers or wherever, you know, based on your location, because they're having some organic vegetables there. And don't forget to hit up your farmers markets. Most farmers markets go until about November, when the weather gets a little cooler. I know on the East Coast, usually farmers markets go anywhere from October to November. Hit up those farmers markets, because sometimes, not saying every time, sometimes you can talk a farmer down a little bit. You know, if I'm willing to get X amount of these or X many pounds of these, can you knock a few cents off, you know, or something like that. Sometimes, not always, but sometimes, depending on the mood they're in, depending on the farmer, depending on if you go frequently. You know, if you say, you know, I'm willing to buy everything from your stand, can you give me a discount if I buy all my fruits and vegetables from your stand? It doesn't hurt to ask. That's all I'm saying. It doesn't hurt to ask. Yes, Kim makes a good point. Don't forget to look at the ethnic markets. They have a huge variety of vegetables and fruits for less money. Yes, so go to the Asian market, go to the Hispanic market. They tend to have different fruits and vegetables, which are just as nutritious, and it'll add some variety into your diet instead of eating the same old plain old American fruits and vegetables that we're used to. Just do a little research. Just Google, a day or two before you're going to go shopping. Just Google Asian market yummy vegetables, or Asian market easy to cook fruits and vegetables, something. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to do much cooking though. But yeah, so just Google. Definitely just Google. I really want to try jackfruit. I've heard good things about it. I want to try it. I have a friend who makes a delicious, from what I understand from other people, pulled pork jackfruit sandwich. So I'm like, ooh, that sounds yummy. So it looks like pulled pork with the sauce, the barbecue sauce that he makes a lot of dishes. He's in South America now, but I've seen videos on people making it, and I'm like, oh, I would love to go somewhere and get that. I ain't gonna make it because it's quite a few steps, and you need an oven to do it. So I don't have an oven, but I would love to go to a restaurant maybe that makes it and try it. But I would like to take some jackfruit one time at least. But I heard that jackfruit also comes in canned. Canned is not the best, but in a pinch you could get canned jackfruit. Also, yes, Kim, for spices and seasonings, you can try different spices and seasonings from those ethnic markets as well. So yeah, definitely up your spices and seasonings when you're dealing with a plant-based diet, because that can bring out the flavor. For me, I'm going to be predominantly raw. Just because it's easier for me living this lifestyle, and I don't mind eating raw fruits and vegetables. I like a big salad, and I want everything in my salad. I do not like romaine. I do not like iceberg lettuce, so I'll have spinach in there. I'll have some romaine. I'll have some cabbage. I want all the colors in my salad when I make a salad. So I want everything in my salad. So I could live off salad year round. I honestly could. And I do love bell peppers, and I love eating those raw. Love bell peppers. That's a good snack food. You just cut up all the different colored bell peppers, the green, the yellow, the orange, the red. Just slice them up, put them in a bowl, get you a little bit of vegan ranch dressing. Just dip like chips. Like chips. Instead of potato chips, get you some peppers. What else? Oh, good to know, Kim. Good. I'm so glad you guys are sharing your stuff with us. All right. So I'm going to jump off of this video. It's been about 50 minutes. I didn't even plan on being on that long, honestly. So definitely continue the conversation down in the comments if you're watching this as a replay. Don't forget to sign up for text messaging. Okay, text the word VannerFam, VANNERFAM, to 703-783-3232. It'll be down in the description box below as well. And let's grow the family. Run on over to Patreon. For just $1 a month, you can get a little bit of extra content, and for just another $1, you can get access to the podcast, which is starting up again, season 2 in September. So I'm recording those things right now, preparing for September. Thanks guys for watching. Thanks for talking nutrition with me. Thanks for all your testimonials and well wishes, because I'm going to do this, and we're going to do this together if you're willing. And I'm going to be sharing with you what happens with me, all my detox, all the good, the bad, the ugly, all of it. Love you guys so much. Mwah! Thanks for watching. See you tomorrow.